I still remember the exact moment my life split into two parts before 40. And after 40, it was a Tuesday morning. Nothing dramatic. No thunder. No warning signs. Just a calendar notification that said, "Meeting with HR, 9:30 a.m." By 9:47, my career was over. At least, that's what I believed. If you've ever felt like time was running out, like everyone else got ahead while you were left behind, like you missed your chance, then stay with me, because what happened after that day changed everything I thought I knew about success, age, and starting over. I was 40 years old when I became unemployed, not taking a break, not between opportunities. Unemployed. For nearly 15 years, I had worked in the same logistics company, same building, same routine, same predictable promotions every few years. I wasn't rich, but I was stable. Mortgage paid on time, kids in decent schools, health insurance, weekend barbecues. Life was normal, and normal felt safe, until it wasn't. The company had been struggling, but I ignored the signs. We all did. Rumors of restructuring, budget cuts, management changes. You convince yourself it won't affect you, because it never has before. Then suddenly you're sitting across from two strangers reading from a script about organizational realignment. I didn't hear most of what they said. All I could think was, I'm 40. Who hires a 40-year-old beginner? I walked out with a cardboard box. You've probably seen that scene in movies. It looks dramatic on screen. In real life, it's just quiet, embarrassingly quiet. People avoid eye contact. You avoid eye contact. I sat in my car for 20 minutes before turning the engine on. I didn't know how to go home, because going home meant telling my wife. And telling my wife meant admitting something I wasn't ready to admit to myself. I had no idea what I was going to do next. The first few weeks felt like vacation. That's the lie unemployment tells you. You deserve rest. I slept late, watched TV, updated my resume, applied to jobs online. I told friends I was exploring options, but rejection started quickly. We've decided to move forward with other candidates. Your experience is impressive, but became my least favorite word. It didn't matter that I had years of experience. Companies wanted younger candidates, cheaper candidates, more specialized candidates, and every rejection chipped away at something deeper than confidence, chipped away at identity. Because for most of my adult life, my job wasn't just income. It was who I was. Without it, I felt invisible. Financial pressure made everything worse. Savings started shrinking. Bills didn't stop. Mortgage didn't pause just because I was struggling. Kids still needed school supplies. Groceries still cost money. I began noticing prices more, comparing brands, calculating totals in my head. That's when humiliation enters your life. Not loud humiliation, quiet humiliation, like using coupons when you never needed them before, like avoiding social gatherings because someone might ask, "So how's work going?" Like pretending you're busy when relatives call. The hardest moment came 3 months in. My son asked if he could join a sports program his friends were doing. It wasn't expensive, but in that moment, I hesitated, and he noticed. That hesitation hurt more than losing my job, because suddenly, I wasn't just failing myself. I felt like I was failing my family. That night, I sat alone in the garage, and for the first time in my life, I felt old. Not physically old, mentally old, like my best years were behind me, like opportunities belonged to younger people with energy and fresh degrees. And I remember thinking something dangerous. Maybe this is it. Maybe I peaked already. That thought is where most people stop trying. That thought is where dreams die quietly. But something unexpected happened the next morning. My wife sat next to me at breakfast and said something simple. "You're not done." I laughed, not because it was funny, because it sounded impossible. She continued, "You're acting like your story ended. Didn't. You just turned the page." That sentence stayed with me. You just turned the page. Not ended, turned. I realized something uncomfortable. For 15 years, I had stopped growing. I was experienced, yes, but not evolving. The world changed. Technology changed. Industries changed. I didn't. So I made a decision that scared me. Instead of chasing another similar job, I would start from 0, 40. From the outside, that sounds inspiring. From the inside, it's terrifying. I enrolled in online courses, basic ones, things younger people probably learned in college. Digital tools, data systems, new logistics software, skills I should have learned years ago. The first week I felt stupid. Everyone else seemed faster, smarter, more comfortable. My brain felt rusty, but I kept going, because I had nothing left to protect except my future. I studied late at night after the kids slept, watched tutorials, took notes, practiced, failed, repeated. Months passed. No dramatic breakthroughs, just small improvements. Then one day, a former colleague called me. His company needed temporary help with a project. Short-term contract, lower pay than I used to earn. Old me would have rejected it. New me said yes immediately. That project changed everything, because I wasn't the same person anymore. I worked harder than anyone there, not to impress them, but because I understood something I didn't understand before. Opportunity doesn't always arrive as a promotion. Sometimes it arrives as a small door disguised as inconvenience. During that contract, I noticed inefficiencies in their system, processes that could be automated, data that wasn't being used properly. Instead of just doing my assigned tasks, I proposed improvements. They listened. Then they implemented them. Then they extended my contract. Then they asked me to lead a small initiative. For the first time since losing my job, I felt valuable again. Not because of my past, because of what I could do now. A year after that Tuesday morning HR meeting, my life looked completely different. I wasn't back where I used to be. I was somewhere new, better. I had transitioned into a specialized operations role combining logistics knowledge with digital systems. Something I never would have pursued without losing my job. My income recovered. My confidence returned. But the biggest change wasn't external. It was internal. I stopped seeing age as a deadline. I started seeing it as leverage. At 40, I had something 25-year-olds didn't. Experience, discipline, emotional resilience, perspective, and hunger. Real hunger. The kind that comes when you've been knocked down hard enough to understand what losing feels like. 2 years later, I started consulting independently. 3 years later, I launched a small operations optimization firm. Nothing massive. No overnight millionaire story. But stable. Growing. Mine. And sometimes I think back to that man sitting in his car with a cardboard box, believing his life was over. He had no idea he was standing at the beginning. Here's the truth most people don't talk about. Starting at 40 is not a disadvantage. It's an advantage if you use it correctly. Because by 40, you know pain. You know responsibility. You know consequences. You know failure. And those things create strength younger versions of you didn't have. But there's also another truth. The biggest enemy isn't age. It's ego. I had to accept being a beginner again. I had to accept learning from people younger than me. I had to accept temporary pay cuts. I had to accept uncertainty. Many people never rebuild because they refuse to feel uncomfortable. They want recovery without humility. Growth doesn't work that way. If you're watching this right now, and you feel behind in life, listen carefully. There is no universal timeline. Some people succeed at 25, some at 45, some at 60. The only timeline that matters is the one where you don't quit. I used to believe success was climbing a straight ladder. Now I know it's more like rebuilding after a storm. Messy, slow, unpredictable, but possible. Always possible. My son eventually joined that sports program, by the way, not because money suddenly appeared, but because I stopped assuming I was powerless. That's another lesson. Your family doesn't need you to be perfect. They need you to keep trying. Today, I'm 46, and I feel younger mentally than I did at 35, because I'm learning again, building again, moving again. If I could go back and talk to my 40-year-old self sitting in that parking lot, I would say this: you're not too late. You're just early in a new chapter, and the humiliation you feel right now is temporary. But the strength you're about to build will last the rest of your life. So if you're standing at your own cardboard box moment, job loss, business failure, debt, divorce, rejection, whatever it is, don't confuse an ending with a turning point. Because sometimes the worst day of your life is the day your real life begins. And starting at 40, that's not the tragedy. Never starting again is. If the story resonated with you, then maybe you're not behind either. Maybe you're just getting started.